So streamer Chud the Builder's biggest white supremacist supporter just threatened to get YouTuber Poetik Flakko deported back to his home country of Uganda.
And this fool even had the nerve to say he can get me deported. Sir, how do you get a U.S. citizen deported? Right? You see, when they go do their research and they're digging and they don't find nothing and they find, oh damn, he don't commit crimes. Well, like he's an immigrant.
Now, if you're wondering who this huge Chud the Builder lover is, or supporter if you want to call him that, if you want to know who he is, this is at Archetype Theory on Twitter, also known as Operation Free Dalton. He's been going back and forth with Poetik Flakko and people who follow Poetik Flakko, completely losing his mind, having very schizo moments. So much so that he is accusing other people of being Poetik Flakko, making threats in the DMs to supporters of Poetik Flakko and people who very much dislike Chud the Builder. And it seems like this Operation Dalton guy is pretty much mad because his rhetoric is just not landing. His proposal to black people to help free Chud the Builder, his campaign has failed miserably. People have laughed at this guy. They don't believe anything he's saying. They think he's full of and now he's crashing out because nothing seems to be working. It nearly looks like the only person who is giving Chud a voice right now is this guy. No sign of people trying to clone and become Chud the Builder for clout, clicks, and views. Dalton only has one man that's willing to sacrifice himself for the cause. So this guy whose real name is Richard Cisco, who is this Operation Free Dalton guy, is now just spiraling out of control. He's going off on everyone who seems like they support Poetik Flakko. He is on a manhunt to see who's who. He's coming at everybody. He's trying to instill fear in people who are going against Chud, but it's just not working. As a matter of fact, here is the very nasty content that Flakko shared of this guy Richard Cisco pretty much going in someone else's inbox pretending that they was Flakko. Take a look.
Y'all got this man seeing ghosts. Y'all got this man losing his mind, bruh. Y'all been on his page literally putting belts. I got a random DM today from this random account, and they sent me DMs from Richard Cisco and them. So the person hit me and say, yo, your boy Richard Cisco has been spamming the F out of me. He thinks I'm a man. He thinks I know you. I implied otherwise, but he claims he's going to sue me and you. Y'all been putting belt to his behind so bad, he's now in full schizophrenia mode. He's in full schizo mode. He DM'd this random account who commented under his page, hey, I know you're working with Flakko. He starts off with, I know you're working with Flakko, and then ultimately ends with, I know that you are Flakko. I know Flakko runs this account. Y'all been putting belt to his behind on his page so bad. This man thinks we're in a great conspiracy. This man thinks it's a collusion. This man is in full schizo mode.
I'm sure that Chud the Builder is in full panic mode. If Chud has any idea that this is going on, he has to be slamming his head against those prison bars because this guy is a complete weirdo. I mean, at this point, you're stalking accounts. You are trying to go at people because you believe that they are stopping your campaign. I don't think this Richard Cisco guy, aka Operation Free Dalton guy, I don't think he knows what he's doing. But I think he's incredibly delusional. Like, he is racist, but a delusional racist. He thinks that his campaign is supposed to hit. But he also believes that Poetik Flakko and others are the reason that his campaign ain't hitting. That him trying to get black people to support Chud ain't hitting. In my personal opinion, this guy's having a complete meltdown and shock because he believed in his mission. He thought what he was doing was actually working. He thought he would convince a bunch of black people on social media that they should support Chud the Builder because he's just like us. So apparently when your manipulation tactics just fail to land and they miss, you just lose your mind. You just go up to random accounts saying, I know it's you, Flakko. I know it's you. And one of his main issues and being so upset and so chaotic right now is because Flakko is making a very pretty penny off of all this Chud the Builder content. And this Richard guy doesn't realize that he is the culprit in helping Flakko attain such things. So Richard, if you're listening, I want you to know that you are the key reason as to why Flakko is continuing to flourish with this Chud the Builder content. At this point, I believe that Poetik Flakko has greatly surpassed Chud the Builder's donation amount with the money that he's made off of this Chud the Builder content. Sounds insane, but I'm just being real about the situation. People be forgetting how much bread you could really make off this YouTube thing. I'm just saying. But Flakko has been giving this Chud the Builder supporter nothing but belt, Louis, Hermie, Goyard, Gucci, you name it. Belt, champ, belt. And of course, it didn't stop there. Of course, this Richard Cisco guy went on and tried to make threats about deporting Poetik Flakko. He told someone on another account that's not Flakko that he was gonna work on getting Poetik Flakko deported back to Uganda. And though this white supremacist Dalton supporter thought that he might have been striking some type of fear into Flakko by saying this, Flakko had a very tactical, combative response.
My community gonna take care of it for me, man. My community gonna take care of it, man. You think you could bully us? You think you could scare us with frivolous lawsuits or frivolous threats of calling the police, of calling the FBI? We don't commit crimes. We legal, right? We don't commit crimes. We are legal. And this fool even had the nerve to say he can get me deported. Sir, how do you get a U.S. citizen deported? Right? You see, when they go do their research and they're digging and they don't find nothing, and they find, oh damn, he don't commit crimes. Oh damn, like he living, a righteous life. Well, like he's an immigrant. Yeah, I came here at 2 years old. I'm a U.S. citizen. You can't, bro, sir, I don't know what else. Sir, I've been here since the age of 2 years old, okay? You can't deport a U.S. citizen. I'm sorry, sir. So good luck. You might make getting him deported easier than I thought. I'll leave you unblocked, right? And then in the other messages, he's accusing this dude of actually being me, and I'm actually the one behind the account. I'm just like, damn, bro. What happened to freedom of speech? Y'all began exercising y'all right to freedom of speech, and now they can't take it.
Now, I don't usually give Flakko his credit, but he did an amazing job at getting under this guy's skin. Flakko's content very much bothered this guy Richard Cisco in a way that's literally driving him mad, because Flakko was actually getting the reward here. You would have thought that maybe, hey, some way, somehow, Richard might have gained something from this. People might have followed his lead. But no, that's not what happened. Being racist isn't the most popular thing to be. A lot of people don't take well to racism. Though the world may seem like it's just completely racist, this is also not the case. There's way less racist people than there are racist people. I just want to let you know that. Chud made his bed, and now Chud has to lay in that bed, even if it's a bunk bed, champ. This guy Richard really thought that he was gonna somehow sway the people into supporting Chud, and that's just not gonna happen. And I think he's really mad about that, but he had a very high expectation of something that was less likely to ever happen. There was a 1 in a billionth chance that the black community was gonna rally around getting Chud freed. You gotta be real sinister to even think that this mission was even possible, champ. You want to talk about Mission Impossible, champ? This was the impossible mission. You mean the guy that blatantly dropped multiple N-words in multiple streams? We are supposed to be the supporters of him? We're supposed to see Dalton Etherly as one of us, right? Yeah. He's just like all of us. Hey, we all bleed the same color. Our McDonald's fries all have the same seasoning. We might not all eat the same potato salad, but it's still salad, right? Wrong, champ. You're very wrong, and this wasn't gonna work, champ. Like, this is very elementary level manipulation that Chud tried to pull here. You had a 0 chance of landing. I repeat, you had a 0 chance of touching the ground. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, gang. I think that your boy Richard was mad that Flakko caught wind of the motion train. Richard missed the motion train, gang. He is really upset because he didn't get exactly what he was looking for. He thought this was going to be bigger than life. He thought that he was going to profit tremendously. But not only did Flakko prevail, but he got the last laugh too. So salute to Poetik Flakko for getting under his skin, because I ain't gonna lie, this is a very triumphant victory for Flakko. I just gotta be real about the situation. But I do think Flakko needs to be very careful, because some of these Patriot folks is really out of their mind. So be careful, champ. But gang, how do y'all feel about this in the comment section, man? Do you think that Poetik Flakko is in danger? And what's next for Operation Free Dalton? What is Richard Cisco gonna do now? I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel in the comment section right now. Make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't hit it already, it's very important, as well as hitting that hype button, because that's very key to the mayor's growth. And of course, if you brand new, we need you to make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on all your notification bells so you get all of the mayor's updates. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. You ready, gang? It's the mayor, the one and only New York Mayor F. Mamdani, and you're rocking with the town favorite Joe Face News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Hit the link in the pinned comment and join the Discord today. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.